everyone, I'm Teen Vogue's fashion news editor, Alyssa Hardy.
And I'm Harrison T. Crite, celebrity stylist and fabrication expert.
And today, Harrison is going to teach us what goes behind the price tag of everyone's favorite wardrobe staple, t-shirts. Harrison is going to use his insight and expertise to compare two shirts. He'll walk me through the fit, feel, and fabric, and I'll use this new knowledge to determine the price of the mystery shirt.
So Alyssa, what do you love most about t-shirts?
T-shirts are really versatile. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can wear it with a skirt, you can wear it with jeans, and it's just something that everybody needs to have in their closet, a good one.
Having a great t-shirt is just essential, and hopefully after today you'll be able to determine which one is cheap and which one is expensive.
Let's do it.
As a fashion editor, what do you think about our mystery shirt here?
It's tough, but I think I'm gonna go for now with cheap.
Okay. So the first fabrication we're going to talk about is fiber content. And this can be broken down in natural fibers and synthetic. Natural fibers that are most commonly used are silk, cotton, linen, and wool. And the subcategories are alpacas, your cashmeres, microfibers, and your mohairs. For your inexpensive fabrics, these are your synthetics. Synthetic fibers include polyester, rayon, which is a great substitute for silk, acetate, which is about as breathable as plastic. So if you see that on a label, you definitely want to stay away if you're looking for durability, and your acrylics. If we're gonna look at white typically is always gonna be made from cotton. When I am determining if a shirt is made of good quality, I do a light test. Just hold the fabric up to the light. And normally, if you can't see through it, it's more expensive. If you can see through it, the material has been processed, and 9 times out of 10, the care label will read synthetic.
Interesting.
Which one of our mystery shirts is the more expensive?
This is tough. Your light test situation, that's kind of got me thinking that this one is the expensive one and this one is the cheap one.
Final answer.
That's my final answer.
Perfect. You said based on the light test, this is more expensive. $98.
Pretty expensive t-shirt.
Not a bad, price for a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And for this t-shirt, it was inexpensive. $9.99. The light test was definitely effective.
Yeah.
So now, based on what you know about fiber fabrication, does that make you want to change your answer on the mystery t-shirt?
Man, this one's tough. I think I need to know more, so for now, I'm gonna stick with cheap.
So a known fact about major retailers, to produce all those same shirts, they put it on a laser cutter. They stack materials on top of each other, and they cut everything at once. A good determining factor when looking at a laser cut t-shirt is the seams. Before even trying on a t-shirt, lay it flat. If you see the seams coming in eye level and not straight, 9 times out of 10, that's a cheaper material.
Interesting.
Oftentimes the leftover scraps from laser cutting, that's where seams are made from, that's where the sleeves are made from.
Yeah, there have been times where I've bought a cheaper shirt because I just needed something quick, and then you wash it once, and because it doesn't fit correctly, you get a hole in the armpit or a hole on the side seam.
And that's essentially because the shirts were just scraps, and the major retailer just did that to produce as many shirts as possible. You'll never get that from an expensive tee. As far as the fit, if you're looking at a shirt and it already has the outline and silhouette of a body, that's probably more expensive because it's already tailored to your body type before even trying it on.
Is that for women's shirts specifically, or is that like all types of t-shirts?
It's more commonly found in women's apparel, but definitely in higher priced men's apparel, you can see cut lines in the t-shirt. Which one of our mystery shirts is the more expensive?
It's tough because by looking at it, I would have thought that this was the more expensive one, but this one seems to have more of that curve that you were talking about. So this is really difficult to determine, but I'm gonna go with this being the more expensive one, I think. I don't know.
So let's see if you're right. So based on looking at both shirts, I would say this is the more boxy silhouette, so I would think it is the most inexpensive.
Oh, and you're right.
And this would be the most expensive.
Wow.
It's
not too much off though.
Yeah, $40 if you got it. Based on what you know about fit and construction, do you want to change your answer on the mystery shirt here?
Based on what you said with the seams and the silhouette, I think I'm going to stick with cheap.
Okay. So the next step is looking at the seams and stitching. The more attention to detail the seam has, essentially it's more expensive. So when looking at a t-shirt, if you happen to not discover a stitch, 9 times out of 10 it's invisible. Literally where the stitch should be, pull it apart. You'll see the stitch. That was done with a mattress stitcher. That's a clear indication that the shirt is expensive.
Got it.
This is actually a tip that my mom taught me when dealing with patterned shirts. Literally look at the seams. If the pattern matches on the seam, expensive. If the pattern is off, inexpensive.
Brilliant, Mom. Okay, those are really straightforward tips. So it looks like they're both pretty on point as far as the pattern and the stitch, but I would say that the invisible stitch seems like harder to find on this shirt. I think this is the more expensive shirt.
It does appear to be expensive, but I noticed the pattern is off.
I didn't even check that side.
You probably looked at the right side because you're right-handed.
Right.
Always check both seams. So because the pattern is off, I'm gonna guess that this shirt is the inexpensive.
Ah, dang.
Based on the double stitching around the neckline and the fact that you have stitching here, and as I said, the more intricate stitching always is a great determining factor that a shirt is expensive, this would be the most expensive shirt.
Interesting.
So now, based on what you know about seams and stitching, would you keep the same answer for the mystery tee here?
Well, let's take a look at the seams. That looks pretty intricate. I think I'm gonna change my answer to expensive.
Okay. All right, Alyssa, so I'm gonna give you one last test. When you're in a store, you do the pull test. If you hold the fabric and pull it, normally if the fabric drops and it does not hold the shape of the wrinkle, it's expensive. If you do the pull test and it holds the wrinkle, 9 times out of 10, it's cheap.
Cool, got it.
Now that you know about fiber and fabric, construction and fit, seams and stitching, what is your final answer on if the mystery shirt is cheap or expensive?
I think if we're looking at all of those factors, especially this pull test that you're just giving me right now, I'm gonna go with expensive.
For the big reveal.
Okay, let's see. 122.
Expensive.
Yeah, that's expensive. Why do you think that is?
So based on what we learned today, as far as fiber and fabrication, when you do the pull test, it does not hold the wrinkle, which means that this is probably Prima cotton. As far as the construction and fit, aesthetically, you can't really go based on the fit because it's a boxy shirt, but as far as the construction, you have so many elements here. Double seams all around the neckline, double stitching here, you have a peplum, so it lets me know that it's constructed well. This shirt is expensive, so good job.
Awesome. Thank you so much for helping us today. I'm going to be absolutely texting you the next time I go t-shirt shopping.
Yes, definitely. I'm one text away.